Hey, welcome to another edition of the Gentleman Grachowski Show. I'm Larry, and I'm your host. TVHams.com is the official website of the Gentleman Grachowski Show. Everything you need to find out about the Gentleman Grachowski Show is in one spot. We got Facebook, we got YouTube, we got Instagram, we got everything. And the links for that is all in one spot. TVHams.com is the main hub. Everything you want in one spot. Just like me at a buffet table. Just everything's right there that I just want to go to. Right there it is, TV Ham. Think of me as your big buffet table. Literally, right? All right. Anyways, welcome to the Gentleman Grachowski Show. Walmart has pulled the imitation Yeezys from its online store. The move comes after Kanye West, a legal team, filed a lawsuit against the retail giant, claimed that its $25 foam shoe potentially cost which is Yeezys, hundreds of millions of dollars in sales. I don't think that's possible. I don't think hundreds of millions of dollars in sales were made after these shoes. I may be mistaken. Just take a look at them right here. They're not really necessarily. I don't know. Maybe the kids have different type of taste. That doesn't really look like anything that I think I would be. It doesn't even look like it'd be comfortable. You know what it does remind me of, though? Take a look. This show right here. This shoe right here, take a look, reminds me of nothing more than our old buddy, remember the best from the past, Spuds MacKenzie. Take a look at it. Doesn't it look like the dog? Look at, there's a side view of the shoe. And then guess what? Let's take a look at, there it is. There's the dog. I think he modeled that shoe after the dog. So I think, if anything, Spuds MacKenzie and Bud Light should be going after Kanye West and his legal team for making a shoe that looks just like one of their dogs. Well, hundreds of millions of dollars in sales, while Walmart has passed the blame on the third-party seller, removing the shoe from its online store. There are hundreds of other listings of sites pushing that appear to be more wannabes of this shoe. I don't know why anybody would want to be this shoe, but I guess it's out there. The kicks are running anywhere between $30 and $60 and being called Yeezy inspired shoes, while Kanye West sells the shoe for $75 a pop. Those look like, I don't even think those, I mean, I personally, I like to have shoelaces on my shoes to begin with, but I guess when your dogs get tired, you want your dogs to look like Spuds MacKenzie, if anything like that. But just look at that. That's the original party animal's got his own shoes out there, and he's not even getting credit for that. The Bud Light loafers or something like that, I guess. Too bad. But you know what? I guess anywhere in America, anyone could sue anyone for anything. And you know what? Cheers to the Spuds MacKenzie. I'll drink to that. Spuds MacKenzie back in the news indirectly. And when it's nice and hot out, nothing goes better than is a nice cold beer. That's for sure. But you know what? They say there is going to be some issues. According to multiple outlets, there is a shortage of air conditioners this year. The demand for the air conditioner units is surging ahead of the hot summer months, of course, with many office buildings reopening after the pandemic and needing to replace dormant units and upgrade to a cleaner alternatives. The vice president in marketing of the sales of the United Cool Air. That's got to be a nice little cool business card. I'm the vice president of marketing of United Cool Air. Some people might think I'm full of hot air, but it's cool air. He said that the fears of extreme weather and power outages have updated or dull AC units have compounded and becoming the perfect storm for the industry. So right now, basically, it's going to be hot. It's going to continue to be hot, and it's going to be hot inside because guess what? The air conditioning is not working, and we got to stay inside because we can't go outside for fear of our lives or something like that. But prices for AC supply and units have also increased over the past 6 months and expected to rise. So we're going to have to make sure that it stays cool. Unfortunately, that's the way things are going when you have to stay inside and there's no air conditioning. It's going to be hot and being sticky. But you know what? The cool thing about hot and sticky, though, is going outside. And actually, you know what? We got the price of wood. Here's an example. The price of wood is going up, skyrocketing. It's hot out to begin with. Watching the price of lumber and wondering if I should sell my house for repairs for the parts. Listen, if you can take your garage and just kind of sell it for parts, wouldn't that be kind of cool? And then they could take everything inside the garage too. Hey, take everything and use it for parts. Take it. before you go out there. But that's what I'm thinking about. We got do something with this wood. The cost of U.S. customers seized $1.7 million in lumber being smuggled in shipments of cocaine. That's right. Wood is more valuable now these days than narcotics is. Do you believe that? Wood, of all things, wood is more of a commodity these days, and it just goes to show you they're even selling wood in small dime bags. There it is. Get your little dime bag of wood, just because you know what? You know how much a dime bag of wood costs? Lumber is at a premium, and this those little bags of thing that's about $30 right there in the palm of your hands. I guess it's even cheaper than maybe some narcotics may be on the streets or something like that. And I guess we got to have smaller decks because of the price of wood. So that's the only price. Last year you could buy wood and get a nice big deck in the backyard. Now that's all you can afford for the price of lumber, and provided that there is lumber available. So there you go. Enjoy your deck. People are cutting down trees. Yes, they are, and they're taking it, making their own wood out of it. I guess you got to figure out a way to cut it a sliver at a time, and you could make your own furniture, make your own deck, stuff like that. And then we found on the market, we got wood seeds. There you are. We can plant your own trees. Just put those bad boys on the ground, and hopefully within a couple of years, you'll have a forest in your backyard with the seeds. There it is. Get yourself some seeds for planting your own trees. There you go. And you don't want to be seeing this as the price of lumber going up. That's definitely for sure. The Museum of Fire on fire, and all that wood going up into smoke. Definitely not something that we're going to want to look into. Definitely not a good thing. No, it goes the fire. You think the fire trucks at the Museum of Fire are ready? What's happening? How do you call that one in? Yeah, we got the fire. Museum of Fire is on fire. Well, we got a fire truck there already. Well, that's on fire too. Get rid of it. And there it is. The couple of the month, the couple of the year. Look at those couple. One's a jailbird and one's a pothead. But anyways, they got their little lighters going on there, and those are definitely two people that know something about burning something right there. Good couple. But anyways, this is the Gentleman Grachowski Show. TVHams.com is the official website of the Gentleman Grachowski Show. Everything you want to find out about the show, you can go to TVHams.com. And did you know there's a new ocean out there? What? Yes, we got worried about fires in the West and heat waves everywhere else, and a little bit of lumber shortage and this or that. Now we got to worry about a new ocean to deal with. That the National Geographic Society has declared this week that the waters around Antarctica will be known as the Southern Ocean, the planet's fifth ocean. Remember we had four oceans. The National Geographic Societies have listed four oceans in the past since the National Geographic Society began in 1915. Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, and Arctic. Now we got the Southern Ocean. This is the Southern Ocean. It's got to be in the south, of course. But there you go. You got a new ocean to deal with. Lucky us. Now, you know what? Your names of streets, we're changing this, we're changing that, we're changing this because of that. You know what? Just throw another ocean on there. We've been living in this world for a long time. Like it really cares that we really have to have that. But I don't know. Get yourself a new body of water right there, the Southern Oceans. And speaking of water is becoming its own little main course these days. Everyone's health conscious. Everybody's out there trying to eat something that's kind of healthy. And it turns out these water chips like there are vegan-free, gluten-free, soy-free, antibiotic-free, raw, non-GMO, organic, fat-free, low carbs, and more. Just there you go. So there you go. There's your dinner, baby. Enjoy it. Eat it quick before it melts. The water. That's definitely you definitely want to way you get yourself healthy these days, and for the up and coming months, get yourself ready for water. And we got dehydrated water right in the can. Just empty contents into a can. 1 gallon of water. Stir, and there you go. Chill. Make sure it's chill. You don't want to have hot water unless you're making tea. A spot of tea, please. Or definitely some other things like coffee. Hey, speaking of coffee, I got an interesting story here. Drinking 3 to 4 cups of coffee a day may reduce the risk of liver cancer. Good for us alcoholics out there. And other alcohol-related liver diseases. That's right, a liver disease from alcohol-related. You drink some coffee. And one thing, you'll drink coffee, it'll be able to stay at the bar longer, and it cleans you out too. According to a new study from the BMC Public Health, researchers studied the coffee habits and liver habits of nearly a half a billion Brits, so Britain people. People live in London, England, and everywhere else across the pond. Half a million Brits in a biological database over 11 years. The subjects were men and women between ages of 40 and 69. So I guess that's probably when the liver would start getting problems from all that alcohol they're drinking, because they drink. I think they start drinking beer very young there in England, something like that. They start, I think, across the pond, and Ireland, of course, they drink it very young. But I'm sure England drinks their water very young, and they drink their beer with it, of course. But researchers found that the daily cups of water were 22% less likely to develop chronic liver diseases, 20% less likely to develop fatty liver disease, and nearly half as likely to die from liver ailments compared to those who don't drink coffee. Uh, Liver cancer is the sixth most common cancer worldwide, according to the World Cancer Research Fund. And if you drink coffee, you can drink more alcohol, and it keeps you awake longer at the bar. So let's give it up for coffee. Let's give it up for water. Oh, and speaking of water, I got another slide here for you. Here you go. You can go to IKEA. There it is. They make your own water, H2O. It's 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. I learned that in science class in high school. See, public education did me well. But listen, there you go. Anything in IKEA is possible. You just try to get out of there before you follow the whole maze. That's the key thing. I think I found online that there are secret little maps that tell you how to get out of IKEA. Because if you go to IKEA, they want you to go through like a whole museum of the IKEA goods. And it's like you can't just go to one thing in the IKEA store and leave. You got to go through the maze, and it's amazing. And amazing here is diet water. Again, goes with the good new diet food that's coming up here. Remember those diet chips there, which are vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, antibiotic-free, raw, non-GMO, organic, fat-free, low-carb. And there it is. We got diet water to prove it now. So you can have your ice chips for dinner and wash it down with some nice, cool, refreshing diet water. Coming to a grocery store or a convenience store near you. Hopefully it closes, before you get there, I guess. Who wants to be drinking that all night? But that's all right. You can do that. If you drink the coffee, you got the water, and you got your beer. And finally, speaking of the water, what you got those people out there, you've heard of them. They're called flat earthers, right? And I was thinking, if this is what it looks like if you're a flat earther and you're sitting there trying to surf, eventually you're going to fall off it, right? If you go too far enough off the ocean, whoosh, whoosh, that's definitely not definitely something. I don't know where it's going somewhere, so I don't know where it's going. Is it just going to another corner? Oh, you know what that is? Oh, that must be the South Ocean that we just discovered from the National Geographic Society. There it is. We got live picture of the South Ocean. There it is. And all the surfers going out there to check it out. There you go. Check out the South Ocean. You're going south. Not a good thing. But you know what? Jerry Seinfeld in the news, speaking of coffee and drinking of water, he was in Coffee and Cars and Comedians and people with other things like that. Anything with a C, he put into that the TV show title. Jerry Seinfeld will star, direct, and produce a Netflix film, Unfrosted. What is Unfrosted? The flick is inspired by a joke he once told about the invention of the Pop-Tart. Seinfeld joked around about the moment when he was a kid. As a kid, this is my best Jerry Seinfeld voice. As a kid, my world was rocked by breakfast food. How do they know that the world would need a frosted, fruit-flavored, heated rectangle I guess I'm not doing the best Jerry Seinfeld. In the shape of a box, I guess he's more nasally and more high pitched. In the shape of a box that comes in a box with the same nutrition as the box itself. Next spring, you can watch this on Netflix and find out exactly what Jerry Seinfeld is talking about. I guess he's always good about the show about nothing, and he's got another one right here, a show about nothing, but it is unfrosted. And I'm sure it happens to be Vegan-free, gluten-free, soy-free, antibiotics-free, raw, non-GMO, organic, fat-free, low-free, no carbs, and now there's no hose. That's right. Go to Home Depot, get yourself a cordless hose, just in time for the hot weather and then definitely the shortage of things that are come right here. The hot hose from Home Depot, cordless. That's the way you want to have it. Who wants to deal with a hose these days? Whipping that thing around, trying to maneuver it. It's never long enough. Now you get the cordless hose. Go out and get yourself one today, and definitely you can go and water your neighbor's lawn if there's enough water. Definitely for sure. And then as you're at the hardware store, some of the things you could be checking out these days. One happens to be this. Huh? Carpet your hole for only 99. No, that doesn't. $99 to carpet your hole? Usually it costs more. No, maybe that must be they spelled hole wrong, or did they? Or was it carpet for your only hole? 99. No, that doesn't sound right either, is it? Did they spell hole wrong, or is there something missing from this sentence here? Makes you wonder there, huh? What if they did spell hole the other way? Carpet your whole hole for only $99? I'm gonna say that's a pretty good deal. But carpet for your only hole, even better. And then definitely one other thing you want to check out as you go into the grocery store, or you got to have your protesters, and if they're sitting there, you got to think about this as you're going to the grocery store, right? Stop killing ducks for duct tape. I agree. You know, stop killing cats for ketchup. That's another thing you got to stop. Want to check out. So you want to stop that too. But there you go. Stop doing that. We want to save those ducks. Every duck is sacred, I think, here. But this is something we really want to check out here. And this is something here. Do you have tight nuts or a rusty tool? Well, WD-40 will do it for you. That's right. In a man-sized pressure pack. That's right. 9 inches and 11 inches in diameter. What kind of advertisement was this? Makes old tools like new again. Tools slide in and out with ease. Lubricates dry passageways, makes screwing a pleasure, of course, and better penetration. Get some for the family. Get the good stocking stuffer for everybody there. And you know what? Have a smile on your face every time. That's why mom and dad always, or at least dad always wanted to go to the hardware store, because there was all these innuendos there that the kids never understood, and the guy's like, yeah, tools, yeah, always innuendos. Hey, and speaking of a weird innuendo that's coming up to a Netflix near you, Netflix has a bizarre new dating service. You never wonder? It's actually a series, but it's soon to be a service, because I'm guaranteed there's got to be a kinky side of people that really like this. It kind of has to do with cosplay a little bit. But Sexy Beast is what it's called. It follows individuals who've been transformed into various animals or mythological creatures before heading out on a blind date. The reality show will be hosted by Castosphere star Rob Delaney, and it will start streaming very soon. So, I mean, could you imagine going on a blind date and the person dresses up like a cat, a spotted leopard, or something like that? Do you think that, like I said, if you're just, you're the straight and narrow guy and you go on a little dating service and the lady shows up like a cat, let's say Catwoman. I mean, what do you think's going to happen there? You think you're gonna score? You think you're gonna get robbed? What do you think you're gonna be robbing banks before the end of the night? She's gonna talk you into something you don't want to do. But I mean, just think about what would you're sitting there, you go on a blind date, and then the person dresses like this. Now, what would really get me is, are both people going to be dressed like this? Individuals have been transformed into various animals. Oh, I think I'd be a good panda bear, just sitting there eating leaves, but eating leaves at a table. I think the girls would. I wonder if the girls would love dating a panda bear like me, just sitting there eating a leaf. Yeah, how you doing, baby? How you doing? I don't know, but that's something that's going to happen right there on Netflix. I guess they're running out of ideas for TV shows. Hey, why not pick up the Gentleman Grachowski show? That'd be a great thing you could do. Go to hey Netflix, Gentleman Grachowski show sitting right here. We'd love to be on you. We can find everything about the Gentleman Grachowski show right now, as it is right now, at TVHams.com, which is the official website of the Gentleman Grachowski show, TVHams.com. I was driving in my buddy's car, and I found out exactly. He told me I found out what this little device is. I always see this thing up on people's cars, and I finally found out. I thought it was for sunglasses, but I was mistaken. It is for your taco. Yeah, definitely. You got to put your tacos somewhere when you're driving, because I know usually when I'm driving, I get the taco. I'm going around. Tacos usually falling down on my shirt, especially at Taco Bell. I don't know why that taco is so crunchy and all falls all over the place, but it seems to do that all the time. So I guess I figured out right there. That's where you do. That's what that little device is for. It's for your taco. Not a bad thing, huh? And my favorite taco is, of course, the Tacosaurus. Dun 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 dun. Ain't that a cool looking monster right there walking around, sitting there crunching up the jungle or the wherever the dinosaurs come from. Hey, but hey, speaking of dinosaurs, a new dinosaur species has been discovered in the land down under. That's right, Australia. Scientists who confirmed the discovery more than a decade after cattle farmers had discovered the bones, believe it to be one of the largest dinosaur species in the world. Now, I thought every dinosaur species was a large dinosaur species, but this might be the largest of them all. The plant eater, like a panda bear, of course, named the Australopithecus corporanesis. Of course, you know what? You don't see this correct pronunciation of it. I probably pronounced it wrong a little off of the spelling, but it's okay. It lived in the Cretaceous period between 92 and 96 million years ago, when the continent was attached to Antarctica before the new ocean was discovered. Of course, obviously, it was a long time ago. Paleontologists estimated that the dinosaur was between 5 to 6 meters, which would be, you take that 6 times 3, which is 18 feet at the hip, and 35 to 30 meters in length, which is about 90 feet, right? 30 times 30 is 90. Wow. Because 3 feet is, of course, a meter. So 90 feet by 18 feet. It's a size that makes one of the world's largest dinosaurs in the world. Whew. All that dinosaur talk makes me hungry. And one of the things I do love is a taco. And speaking of the taco, it's okay to fall for someone. Tacos fall for you, of course, all over my shirt, as I once explained moments ago. That's why there's that new little taco device that you hold your taco in there, and hopefully try not to have it spill on you. And also with the taco, I also have this slide here. Yes, wine. Nothing goes better than tacos than wine. And if you're really a wino, you got if you drink, you could drink as much wine as you want, because you got your 4 cups of coffee a day, and that's yoga. That's a good way to eat your yoga right there. Take your yoga one glass at a time. That's what they're going to be calling. You can tell it's like a guilt-free way to drink. Hey, I'm doing yoga. What are you doing tonight? Yoga. What are you doing tomorrow night? I'm doing yoga. Every night you're doing yoga. Everyone's going to think, wow, that person's fit and trim and very, together. You're actually a wino there. There you go. What are you doing tonight? I'm just doing yoga. All the friends, nobody will worry about you because you're doing yoga. Again, yoga. Yoga. I'll have a glass of yoga. And when you talk about yoga, you know what this is. Every yoga position looks like something that one position or two that I've used to pass gas in the past. And if you're going to relax your body, that's what it's going to look like right there and then. Yoga. Oh my goodness. And not related to yoga, but it's a way it's a clean sweep there. If you notice here, not to be for, what does it say? Not suitable for flying. Not suitable for flying. Oh, so the witches, I guess you got to get the witches out there got to get a special broom that is suitable for flying. Who would ever think that you would need to put that on a broom? Not suitable for flying. Not me. I think everything is suitable for flying, especially when you're flying on the internet. You're surfing around, and you got the Gentleman Grachowski Show on TVHams.com, which is the official website of the Gentleman Grachowski Show. TVHams.com. Let's take a look at that witch picture again. Which picture you want to see? Let's take a look at this real quick. The television show Jeopardy might not have been a witch, but it definitely was a Grinch. Some Jeopardy fans are upset after the show included a medical clue that many people felt was incorrect and offensive. The host was Savannah Guthrie, and she read a clue from the plain name Megalaglis category, which stated the posterior orthostantric Tanskamanian syndrome. You know what that is? I don't know. Is also known as the Grinch syndrome because its organ was too small. The correct answer, what is the heart? Of course. Viewers were upset and described, took to Twitter and really are upset to Twitter, pointing out that the condition, which mostly affects women and children, is not necessarily characterized by having a small heart. One viewer stated here that the daughter has something called POTS, which is exactly what he said it was. It was the postural-orthostatic tachycardian syndrome. And Jeopardy apologized for that Grinch syndrome and is running their own Twitter ad saying the controversial clue is also known as the Grinch syndrome because the organ was too small. The correct answer is, however, most patients with POTS, the structure of the heart itself is normal, according to John Hopkins Medical. If you don't understand what I just said, that's okay. I don't really quite understand myself, but have a heart, of course. And Jeopardy, shame on you for being too smart for you, and shame on everyone else for understanding what Jeopardy was kind of doing. I would have been like, huh? If I'm, I'm gonna definitely would have put Jeopardy for 0. Huh? Don't understand what that was. All right. Hey, but listen, thanks for watching the Gentleman Grachowski Show. TVHams.com is the official website. Check it out. Everything about the show you can check out there, TVHams.com. We'll be back next week. Have a good one, and thanks for watching the show.